Exercise number 5 in the second Taiso exercise routine, flex and bend. Good alignment, flexibility and systemic health are going to do more for your overall health than almost anything else, you know, and that's what these routines are about, trying to get all of those ducks in a row so that you're not phenomenally strong, but you're not really very flexible, not very mobile. Internally you don't feel good, internally you're not working well. It's still good to be strong, but it's better to have that good alignment, flexibility and overall systemic health, and that's what we're going for in these Taiso exercise routines. So flex and bend, a little variation to what we did in the first exercise routine. Our feet are shoulder width apart, and we're going to put our left fist under our left elbow. And then we're going to bring the right hand out with the palm facing up to our right hand side. And we're going to come over 1, come over 2, then release the left hand, turn the right hand down so both palms are facing down now, and we're going to slap the thighs twice. 1, 2. Now, that may seem like a completely nonsensical thing, but it's actually hitting the body like that. It's just a really good way to wake muscles up. You know, we don't kind of, if we get cramp in a leg or something, or if we get kind of aching legs, we do that. But we don't do it when we're not aching. We don't do it when we haven't got a cramp. We need to kind of stop waiting for things to go wrong to try and fix them, is probably the best way of putting it. In this case, the reason for putting that arm under that armpit there, it helps keep your alignment. So without that there, and I try and do this, I can kind of go straight, but chances are I will try and cheat somehow. I will move things to try and help me. By putting that there, I'm actually locking this part of the body, and by locking that part of the body, when I come to do this, I'm getting a nice universal stretch, and that's what we're going for. And then of course what we do is we change sides, other arm goes out, that, open it, open that one, turn that one down, 1, 2. It's really good and it's really easy. Main thing to remember is not to try and overdo it. You are not trying to you're not a gymnast, you're not an athlete, so you haven't done this before. So go easy with it, because it is, you know, the point is to get us functionally fit so we can lift things off shelves. We don't want to be in a position where doing this exercise recreates the same kind of strain as you would get trying to lift something off a shelf unprepared. You know, what we are trying to do is gradually build up to a situation where we're doing these every day, and that's when you can start to give it a bit more pep. But in the beginning, nice and gentle. Okay. We do a left, we do a right, we do a left, and then we do a right. What do I mean by that? Left hand under there, right arm up. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. How easy is that? When this area starts to feel more muscular, when this area starts to feel more supple, once this area starts to tighten up and come in, it feels fantastic. This is the area where all of your power comes from. This is the area you want to be strong. Now, in the old days, they used to call this a girdle of muscle, and that's kind of what it is. You know, once you get this girdle of muscle all nice and strong, but not just strong, supple and flexible, it is going to change your daily life. It really will. So let's spin around and we can do it together. So left armpit first, right arm out. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Again, much like in the first exercise routine, I said it was my kind of preference to collapse one of the knees, so when you turn, or when you come over rather, so if I'm going to the right, I will collapse my left knee a little bit, and you see how everything pushes over that way. That's just a personal preference. You can try and keep a bit straighter if you want, and you would do that by bending the knees and really focusing on keeping the knees pointed forward and everything below the waist locked nice and solidly, like that. Again, try and let the forearm fall over the head a little bit. Once you've gotten to your final point, try and get your bicep next to your ear if you can, just for that full stretch rather. Trying to get your bicep next to your ear is the equivalent in this exercise of trying to get that hand as far away from the body. It requires you to put in that little bit of extra effort to get from there to there. So again, it's you getting your hand as far away as you can, but also trying to get that bicep next to your ear. That extraness is a safe extraness. That's you pushing your body a little bit because you're trying to narrow that distance between what you're doing now and what your body is capable of. You know, if you were doing that kind of movement every day, it would be nice and easy. But for most people, because they don't, and let's not forget, lifting your hands above your head is something we don't really do a great deal of, that might be where people can get to, and that could be because of a shoulder injury, or it could be all manner of things, or it could just be general tightness. And that's why it's perfectly safe to just try and push it that little bit further, try and get that bicep next to the ear. You know, we're not trying to do something really ridiculously hard, we're just trying to get our full range of motion back. So that is the latest exercise in the second Taiso exercise routine, flex and bend, exercise number 5.